I think the Senzo Meyiwa know that he did it. Because I know him. He's a thief, he's a druggie. But him shooting Senzo, what if it's nonsense? Whatever people are saying about him, I know he won't do that. You understand? And if I was protecting him, why would I actually, this man was in the street. All his life is in the streets. I only accept him then and there when he comes in from rehab. But most of his time is in the street. If I'm protecting him against maybe him being my son, protecting him, why would I leave him in the streets to suffer? Why am I actually opening a case for him to be imprisoned if I'm protecting him for the Senzo Meyiwa? He's an adult. I think if the defense or the police or the prosecutor, anyone wants him, I think they know where to find him. On my side, I don't even know why would I be going there. For what? I was not there. I mean, the people who were in the house killing my son, they must be responsible for the action. If it's them, let the law take its course. Why must I go in up here? The defense, I think, in the sense of Meyiwa, they're just doing this for publicity and money. That's how I see it. They don't have the interest in actually getting the truth about the Senzo. They're pointing at Longway all the time. You know, I think it's all about fame and all that. For me, that's how I see it. Because if Longway was responsible, the first people to point Longway, two Senzo's friends who were there. Longway does not know them. Longway never met them on the day of the incident. Where is your conscience? Your friend gets shot by a stranger, and you can't point the stranger. This is the person who shot my friend. You know, they're trying to create their own stories. You know, they extract information from the Men's Peer Review Twitter account and make it as if they know. Everybody knows that. It's not true. Everyone knows that whatever they're talking about on Twitter is from the Men's Not Peer Review's Twitter account. You know, they won't find him guilty for the Senzo Meyiwa. I know him. Longa has never carried a gun in his life. My son is a thief. He's a druggie. That's what he is. My son. If someone says my son stole from him, I will say yes. But if someone said my son shot, Longa will never do that. He's not that kind of a character. He's never carried a gun in his entire life. The defense in the Senzo Meyiwa, especially the ones who accuse him of shooting, they're just psychopaths. They are mad. I don't care who says what. The Senzo Meyiwa, whatever they can do, they'll never find him guilty of that. No, I wouldn't. I don't have a relationship with Kid except that I was a producer, and it ended there.
Thank you so much for watching the ads. I highly appreciate it. So guys, let's go to, was it Randburg Magistrates Court where Chicco Twala's sons appeared? So Chicco Twala's sons appeared in court today. Well, you guys are watching the video today, but it happened yesterday. Yeah, and he had some scathing commentary outside of court when journalists were asking him basically about Longwe Twala, how is he, and all of that kind of stuff. And this is when, of course, Chicco Twala decided that he's going to go to town regarding, starting with Longwe. He said Longwe is a thief and also a druggie, and he will never carry a gun in his life, let alone shoot a person. And in my mind, I'm thinking, at some point, a person who is a druggie, they will kill a person. Sometimes it's their own person that they love. Sometimes it's a parent. Sometimes it's a relative of some sort, or somebody else because they need to steal something to get their kick out of those chemicals that they are taking. So I found that to be a very interesting because it was on a defensive as well. The second part that I thought, okay, you say you know your son, but he's an adult. And you, the one who said that your son has been a druggie for the past 25 years. And your son, obviously he knows your house, he knows everything. Probably even knows where your guns are kept if you have guns. And if he was angry on the 26th of October 2014, he knew exactly where to go to. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he did, but I'm just saying, he knew where to go to. And he knew that if I go to this safe and here are the codes, and then I take it and I go and intimidate my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever the case might be, she might come back to me. So he goes on to say, but shooting Senzo Meyiwa, he would not have done it. And my question is, how do you know? How do you know that Longwe did not do it? Because you were not there, as you rightfully say. And it was also quite interesting when the question was about him appearing as a witness on the stand. He said, what am I going to be doing there? I was in the Khumalo house. The people that were in the Khumalo house, they are the ones that can best tell the story. And then he goes on a challenge on all Senzo's friends, which I agree with him, by the way. And he basically called them heartless, that they don't have a conscience. Somebody shoots their friend and they keep it under wraps for all this time. And I'm like, yes, Chicco Twala, I am with you there. Now, if I was Tumelo Madlala and I am being challenged the way I am and I know the truth, I would be calling the journalist as we speak. Come what may, yes, fine, I know where I'm going as well, because you're going to be charged with defeating the ends of justice and so on and so forth. And then Chicco is asking, why would I protect my son? Because if you spoke now, or you spoke then when Umkhonto was being lost, basically the evidence was being misleading, you would have been charged with defeating the ends of justice. Probably even for accomplice, you would have been charged with that. So of course you need to continue on this script. And some people are saying, oh, the reason why he's challenging both Tumelo Madlala and everyone else the way he has is because he knows that you dare talk. You dare talk. I don't know how true that is. I'm listening and I'm watching and I am reading a lot of tweets basically getting at Chicco Twala. They're saying he is lying, nobody believes him, etc. and so on. Then he takes another attack, but this time at the defense, actually calling. We know that it is Mr. Mgomezulu who has actually brazenly mentioned the name of Longwe Twala in court and pointed at him as the person that shot and killed Senzo Meyiwa. And now Chicco Twala is saying they are doing it for fame, they are doing it for publicity, they are doing it for money, and the people, the defense that keep mentioning his son as the killer, they are psychopaths. I was like, ooh, am I sensing a lawsuit of defamation of character? Because that lawsuit is definitely coming, because does he even know what a psychopath is? Does he know that a psychopath is exactly what everybody is doing that way with Senzo Meyiwa on the night he was killed? By withholding the information that is going to hold the person accountable? That's psychopath. That's psychopathic, even though psychopathy is much more than, I'm not a psychologist, by the way, just a disclaimer. I'm just saying what I understand of psychopathy. Psychopathy, it's deeper than what I'm saying, but it also involves sitting on your conscience. It's also sitting on your conscience and suppressing it to tell the truth. Who killed Senzo Meyiwa? And then he goes on to attack the defense and saying that they are not interested in finding out the truth. And I was like, hold on, sir. It seems like you don't know how criminal law works. I mean, we are all learning that it is the state that brought charges against the 5 men that's then accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. And it is these 5 men who went and got lawyers, because in South Africa, it's a constitutional democracy. If you are an accused person, you have the right to get a lawyer or a state lawyer so they can defend you. They're not doing it for fame. They are not doing it for, okay, maybe for money because it's still work. But for fame and publicity, come on now. You know that was a juvenile hit. That was below the belt. These men and women, they are doing their job. It's called a job. That was uncalled for. Honestly, calling them psychopaths and also accusing them of publicity and for fame and money. Come on, this is not the entertainment industry where people actually do exactly that. And then the last part that I really was interested in was when he said that, in fact, not the last part, where he said that Kelly and his son and everybody that were in the house, they know the truth. And I was like, yes, they do. They do. Very much so. They do. And they must be responsible. I was like, what are you saying now? Do you know something that we don't? I mean, you surely know something that we are suspecting. I mean, seriously. Why would you say a contradictory statement like that? Kelly and your son and everyone that was in the house, they must take responsibility. All right. And it's not the defense that wants the truth. And then the last bit that he said was about Longwe never going to be found guilty. I mean, seriously, with the way things are going in Rata's courtroom, he's right. Unfortunately, Longwe will never be found guilty. Maybe he will not even take the stand, because right now he's in prison, even though I don't know how it's going to work in getting him from prison to the stand. Is that allowed? What's going to happen there? That is what I'm very much interested in. And some people are saying the reason why he got Longwe and the son arrested is because he's continuing to protect Longwe from taking the stand, because he doesn't trust what Longwe is going to say. He's not trusting that. And so he devised the plan. I don't know how true these things, but are they plausible? Yes. People are not stupid. People can read between the lines. Now, the collateral damage had to be the younger son, Silo. That's what people are saying. And I'm like, okay, people are really going at this, analyzing this whole arrest of what's his name, Longwe Twala and his little brother. Anyways, guys, I don't know what your thoughts are. All I am saying here is allegedly everything that has been said, and of course, also reading between the lines as well. We still have to say allegedly, but to attack the defense for doing their job, that's juvenile. They are doing their job. And secondly, this is not for them to tell the truth or find justice. It's the state that needs to get justice, not the people that are accused of killing them. Is to defend themselves. And the state is to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that these are the people that are responsible for killing Senzo Meyiwa, not the other way around. You should be attacking the state for wasting state resources. You should be accusing the state of also dragging this case for so long, because it's not the defense. It's not the defense. It is the state. And you also have a judge who has already listened to damning information that shows that there is no case against the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa, but he is happy to continue presiding over this frivolity. Is there such a word? I'm trying to say frivolous. You understand? So now to eat at the defense, come on now. It doesn't work like that. Where now just say that Ngome Zulu, you don't like him, and maybe I see also what's going on with the hand. Did you scop and donor your sons before taking them to the police? I don't know what's happening. Maybe preparing for Ngome Zulu. That would be a nice one. That will be a nice one, guys. Chicco Twala versus Ngome Zulu in the ring. That'll be very interesting. Anyways, guys, I'm blabbing at this point. Let me leave it right here. Make what you want to make out of Chicco Twala's commentary. To me, they are contradictory, at the same time disrespectful towards the defense, and I don't think he understands how it works in that courtroom. Instead of going at the people that brought this case on the table, is blaming the defense, calling them psychopaths. Anyways, guys, let me see you again in my next video. This is after, of course, today's proceedings. I cannot believe I'm saying this the previous day, but you're seeing the video today. Well, goodbye.